Hey everyone! So here's something that's been blowing my mind lately, and I guarantee it's going to change how you think about your next meal. We're talking about olive oil and spinach. And before you click away thinking, boring, healthy food video, stick with me, because what happens when you combine these two is absolutely incredible. I'm talking about a combination that Harvard researchers have been studying for decades, that Mediterranean grandmothers have sworn by for centuries, and that could literally add years to your life. But here's the kicker. Most people are doing it completely wrong. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening at the cellular level. When you eat spinach drizzled with olive oil, it's like watching a perfectly choreographed dance between nutrients. First, let's talk about spinach. This isn't just some random green leaf. We're looking at nature's multivitamin here. Spinach is absolutely loaded with lutein, an antioxidant that's basically like sunglasses for your eyes from the inside out. Studies have shown that people who get enough lutein have significantly lower rates of macular degeneration. That's the leading cause of blindness as we age. But here's where it gets fascinating. Lutein is fat-soluble, which means your body can't absorb it properly without fat. Enter olive oil, the perfect wingman. When you drizzle that golden liquid over your spinach, you're not just making it taste better, you're literally unlocking nutrients that would otherwise pass right through your system. The American Heart Association actually recommends this exact combination because vitamins K and A as well as lutein need a little fat to be absorbed by the body. Without that fat, you're basically eating expensive green water. Now let's talk about what olive oil brings to the party. We're not talking about the cheap stuff you find in plastic bottles. Extra virgin olive oil is packed with monounsaturated fatty acids, the good fats that your heart absolutely loves. These have been shown to increase levels of good cholesterol HDL while lowering bad cholesterol LDL. But the real magic happens with the polyphenols in olive oil. These compounds are like tiny bodyguards, fighting inflammation throughout your system. Olive oil has been studied from a cardioprotective standpoint, and it has been shown to reduce lipids and blood pressure. When you combine these two powerhouses, something beautiful happens. The iron in spinach becomes more bioavailable. Your body can actually use all those fat-soluble vitamins, and the anti-inflammatory effects get supercharged. Let's get specific about who should be loading up on this combination. If you're over 40, this should be on your plate regularly. Why? Because this is when our eyes start showing their age. Our hearts need extra support, and our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients. Athletes and active people, you need this combo too. The nitrates in spinach help improve blood flow and oxygen delivery to muscles. Professional athletes have been using spinach strategically for years, and when combined with olive oil, the nutrient absorption becomes even more powerful. If you're dealing with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or family history of heart disease, this combination could be a game changer. A study published January of 2022 in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that people who consume the most olive oil had a 19% lower risk of dying during a 28-year study period. That's not a small effect. That's life-changing. People with inflammatory conditions like arthritis might find relief too. Experimental studies have confirmed significant anti-inflammatory and immunomodulatory effects of dietary virgin olive oils in various autoimmune conditions. But let's be real about who needs to pump the brakes. If you have a history of kidney stones, especially calcium oxalate stones, you need to be careful with spinach. Anyone with a history of kidney stones is otherwise at high risk, or eats cups a day should probably avoid the 3 high oxalate greens. And spinach is definitely one of them. People on blood thinners like warfarin need to be consistent with their spinach intake because of the high vitamin K content. It's not that you can't eat it, but your doctor needs to know so they can adjust your medication accordingly. If you have gallbladder issues, the high fat content in olive oil might trigger symptoms. So start small and see how your body responds. Here's something most people get wrong. When you eat this combo matters more than you might think. The absolute best time? Mid-morning or early afternoon? Your body's fat digestion is most efficient during these times, which means you'll absorb those fat-soluble vitamins better. Plus, the natural sugars in spinach can give you a gentle energy boost without the crash you get from processed foods. Avoid eating large amounts late at night. Your digestive system slows down as you prepare for sleep, and that olive oil might not digest as well, potentially causing discomfort. Right before intense exercise isn't ideal either. That fat content, while healthy, takes energy to digest, energy you'd rather use for your workout. The sweet spot? About 2 to 3 hours before physical activity, or as part of a balanced lunch when your metabolism is running high. Let's talk about what happens when you eat this combination regularly, because this is where it gets really exciting. After 1 week of eating spinach, with olive oil 4 to 5 times, most people notice better energy levels. That's the iron absorption working its magic, especially if you were borderline anemic without knowing it. By the end of the first month, if you're consistent, you might notice your skin looking better. The combination of healthy fats and antioxidants is like an internal beauty treatment. Your hair might even start looking shinier. That's those monounsaturated fats at work. 3 months in, and this is where the cardiovascular benefits really start showing up. Your blood pressure readings might improve, your cholesterol numbers could shift in the right direction, and you'll probably have more stamina. But here's the really impressive long-term stuff. Mediterranean populations who eat this combination regularly have some of the lowest rates of heart disease and dementia in the world. Studies have shown a link between lower risks of cardiovascular disease, some cancers, and even dementia in people who consume higher amounts of olive oil. The eye protection benefits are cumulative too. Studies have found that people who take lutein supplements are at a lower risk for macular degeneration. But getting it from food with proper fat absorption is even better. Look, I'm not saying olive oil and spinach is a magic bullet. There's no such thing. But what we're looking at here is 2 ingredients that have thousands of years of traditional use, backed up by solid modern science. The key is quality and consistency. Get good extra virgin olive oil. It should taste peppery and might even make you cough a little. That's the polyphenols. Buy fresh spinach, wash it well, and don't overcook it. Start with a handful of spinach and a tablespoon of olive oil. Sauté it lightly, drizzle it over salad, or even blend it into smoothies. The important thing is making it a regular part of your routine, not something you do once and forget about. Your heart will thank you, your eyes will thank you, and honestly, your taste buds will probably thank you. 2, once you get used to eating real food that actually nourishes your body. Here's something fascinating. This isn't just some trendy health hack I'm pushing. Cultures around the world have been combining leafy greens with healthy oils for thousands of years, and they're some of the healthiest populations on Earth. In Greece, they have a dish called spinach, spinach and rice cooked in olive oil. Greeks have some of the lowest rates of heart disease globally. Coincidence? I don't think so. Indian cuisine pairs spinach palak with ghee or oil in dishes like palak paneer. Traditional Chinese medicine combines leafy greens with sesame oil. Even in parts of Africa, indigenous communities have been cooking wild spinach varieties with various plant oils for generations. The science is just catching up to what traditional wisdom has known forever. This combination works. And it works across cultures, climates, and genetic backgrounds. Let's get practical. I know you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds great, but how do I actually implement this without it feeling like a chore? Start small. Week 1, just add spinach to one meal you're already eating. Making pasta? Throw in a handful of spinach during the last minute of cooking, and drizzle with good olive oil. Making eggs? Sauté some spinach first, then cook your eggs in the same pan. Week 2, try spinach salads with olive oil-based dressings. Week 3, experiment with green smoothies. Yes, you can add a tablespoon of olive oil to your smoothie. It sounds weird, but you won't taste it, and your body will absorb all those nutrients better. The key is consistency, not perfection. Having this combo 4 to 5 times a week will give you way better results than eating it daily for a week and then forgetting about it. 5 years from now, do you want to be someone who took action on evidence-based nutrition advice, or someone who kept scrolling through health content without ever implementing anything? Your cardiovascular system, your eyes, your energy levels, they're all waiting for you to make this simple change. And honestly, once you taste properly prepared spinach with good olive oil, you might wonder why you ever ate any other way. What's your favorite way to combine these two? Drop a comment and let me know. And stay healthy until next time.